Hiya. As discussed, I thought I'd do a quick video kind of showing you the basic setup of the team space and how to kind of copy the information across from OneNote. So what you do is you go, first thing what I usually do, so I've obviously sent the email out, which is this one, which is usually the first one, kind of, where is it? That one, email. So I'll just open this to show you. This is the email which we've been sending to the trust and sending to people who are interested. So typically what they should be sending us is kind of a brief question of what they're interested in and the members who would want to be in the project. So they send us that and then we then add them to the team space. And as part of adding them to the team space, we obviously add the materials etc to there so it's all ready. So what I would always, which I've learnt the testing which I've been doing with one of the people who started a race project, is it's better to set the area up first, make sure everything's on there, and then add them the kind of after that. So when you set up a Teams area, it prompts you can add members at the kind of when you're setting it up, and obviously if something goes wrong, it obviously sent the email out, so it's too late, it looks unprofessional. So I found that it's better to set the place up, set the area up first, and then add them later. So what we're going to do is open Teams, and we'll just show you how to add. So when they've sent us this in the title of what they're interested in, what I usually do is this main tracker document here, which I can send you the URL to. I think I've already done it, but I can send it you again. I can send you that one, main contacts. So in this main contacts, I then add their information to here. So the colour coordination for me is yellow is ongoing and red is stopped. So that means they've kind of contacted me, said they're interested, and then nothing ever came to it. And green is we've gone all the way to publication. I haven't added, what I might do eventually is add an extra column and just put impact, because we started documenting impact. So it'd be nice to have another section, or I might just add it to this column, a little brief description of the impact. So we've got the impact for each of the case studies as we gather that data. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do, as an example, the one around probiotics. I'll just need to find it. Just give me a second. There we are, probiotics. So what we're going to do is create a team space for this. So I'm going to bring teams across. I'll just get it back to the main page. So you've already obviously have some teams in your team area. So what you're going to do is you're going to join or create a new team. Create a team, and then it's staff. These are different templates. They just give you different functionality and different rights for different users. We then put the title of the review, and at the start I find it helpful if we just put race. Like this, so when I'm scanning through the list of projects we've got on, I can see which are the race projects, and then press next. You'll see now it prompts me to add users, so I'm just going to skip this step because we don't want to add them until we finish. So there was the race project. So the first thing we need to do is go into staff notebook. You'll then load up OneNote. We then want to generate a OneNote site, so we'll do it as a blank. This is kind of the functionality. We just go next. I usually delete this because you're going to either delete it now or delete them later, but it's easier if it's just clean, so you just get rid of those and then press create. And it's going to generate a blank OneNote page. Not fully blank, it still has some stuff we're going to delete off, but it's mainly blank. Doesn't take too long to build. There we go. And we go to this tab here. This is where you get your different books. So we're just going to delete this one, which is the main one. So we'll leave it open for now because I think we'll need to open it up into OneNote just so it's synced your personal OneNote account to your team's OneNote account. So open with the desktop app, and then it then opens the app. It'll ask you, I'm just going to drag I don't think I can drag it across. It will ask you, because it's opened on another screen on my computer, it will ask you, are you okay to open this location? Is it safe? If you just click yes, it will then allow you to open it. I'm just going to bring this across now. It's just opened and it doesn't allow me to bring the OneNote across until There we are, now it's done. So this is open my local OneNote. Now I'm going to delete this. Get rid of that. And these are all my OneNotes. So in here, which I'm going to send you, you're going to have your own personal. You'll have access to the permanent template. So it's going to be called Races Units Teaching Materials. So you go to here, you go to copy and move. So that was just a click on top of this tab here, and then copy and move. And then we're going to find the new race project we've just made, which is that one. Race materials, practice support, blah blah blah, probiotics, and then you press copy. And then you just give it a couple of seconds. We can hopefully shut this down. Chug a second, there we go. We'll shut this down. Go resume here. It's often you need to click out and then click back in again. It just has to reload. And you'll see there we are. We've got the new full template there with all the course materials in and ready for the student to be used, in the sense of the staff to use it. So that's them ready for when they log in. They'll obviously have the video which tells them to go to this area and work their way through the units. Well, I'm also going to show you as we're here. If we just go back into the app, so if we open it in the app, open the app here, yep. So this is the actual template which is on the Teams space, and we're just going to go. Cool, still working. Sure. So that was having a bit of a technical difficulty. That was fine. So I'm just going to go to here, which says find tag, and it's just going to show you this bit here, which is just all the tick boxes. So if we're wondering how far they've gone on, we can go into here and see a kind of an overview of what tasks they've done, and as they complete, this will tick off, so we can kind of keep up to date. Obviously, you can just manually go in to the areas and have a look what's been completed. So see which files have been completed and what they've put in, etc. I think it will end up being like monitoring a virtual classroom. So what I usually do with monitoring a virtual classroom, I teach on my virtual classroom on Fridays. So every Friday I send an email to all the students. In this case, it will be an email to all the projects which we know are running. If we haven't heard of them in the kind of that week, and just say hi, how you doing? Just reminding you I'm here. So I find that's kind of a way just to keep in touch. And if they've got any problems, they'll fire an email back. So I assume it's going to be kind of like that when we get everything up and running. When we've got multiple projects running, we'll just constantly check in with them about once every week or week and a half, just to make sure they're all right. So I'm just going to shut this down. Go back here, go back into this team space. The other thing what they'll need is the template. So I've got the template here. I'm going to move it so you can see it. Where is it? Blank. You've probably spotted it way before me, but I'm a bit slow. There we are, race blank template. And then we drag that across. Just bring it across, just takes a couple of seconds for it to turn up. There we are. I'll open it just to show you what it is. It's just the template, so it has our disclaimer on. It has the standard format which we talked about. It has the kind of, it's like a merging of them both. So the other thing we might do is, like we've done with the others, put a little bit of picture here, but I guess it just depends where we're trying to get it published. So I assume this will obviously change depending on areas for publication. So we'll just need to obviously have a generic template which we would then adapt to then focus it on the area where we're going to get it published. And then when we're on here, we are done. So that's all set up. They've got everything they need here. Sometimes I don't think it's essential, but I'll show how to do it. I do add a YouTube video. So I'll just show you that. You just add the YouTube video is the training clip. So I'll just find the URL and paste that in. So the way you find the video is, it's called how to, there it is, how to sing, but you copy the name, which is how to use Teams for a race project. Press enter, you'll then come up with a list, And it's the first one which is produced by me. That, press save. That will just add the training video into the area, so if they kind of forget, it obviously reminds them all the different areas. So, and it's in the original video, they see that there's a video there and it puts a link to it on the front page. So after we've done that, we want to send them the email. So they've just received, oh, I've got to show you how to add them first. Wait there a second. Go down here, go to manage, or their add member. And then we type in the email. I'm just going to add you. Yeah, because I'm going to add you because you'll need to be a member of this group anyway. So you're going to receive an email, which will be obviously the email I'm sending now. Then you've been added. Because you're internal, I can set you as an owner. External people will be set as guests. I'm just going to go and check what the guest rights are, just to make sure they can do everything we need them to do. So I'm going to add another email address I have to the guest account and then just check everything to make sure it all works. So I think it does, and obviously I'm getting Karen to check it. So I've got a person from the trust who's doing the whole process as we speak to see if it all works. So there we go. And that will then send you an email, and then we email them this. So what we need to do is copy this into the email. So we'll just, I might even copy, I'm going to send it to, I'll move that across. I'll just send you the email. So you're going to receive this email, which will be a bit odd, but anyway. I'll send it to myself, that's fine. So copy this across. And we add the person we're looking for. So in this case I'm going to send it to myself, but obviously what you're going to do is send it to the new members you've just added. So in this case it will be the midwives from the trust. And then what we're going to do is we need the URL for the Teams page, which is on here. We go to here, click on that little dots there, and it says get Teams link, and it's this big URL here. It's 2 lines. And then you send it. So we'll send it. So what they'll receive is the link here, which will be the link to the YouTube, which tells them all about how to log in, how to use all these different areas, how to use the tick off boxes. It's like the 11-minute video, it tells them all about it. So that will be on there and give them a briefing of how to use it. And then that's it. So, and then they should just make their way through the materials, and we can monitor them populating the template. And that's as easy as it gets. If there's any other problems or it does something funny, the bit which will be, you just need to be kind of in an order. You need to generate the team space, then you need to make sure you then generate a OneNote, and then you need to open the OneNote, which will sync your OneNote accounts across. So that's the only bit where it can be a bit messy. So one of the times I was building one, just now for Karen, when I first built it, I built the area, and then I tried opening it in the web browser, and then I opened it in the thing, and it just didn't like it. So just generally, when you just follow the instructions in this video, and it will be fine, and you'll have no problems. But it's just that's the only bit where, as we talked about before, OneNote's not the greatest of how it stores it and does all that. But yeah, you just ping the email. I'm going to send it to myself now, and that's the job done. So your team space is now up and running. All the files are there, what they need. The course materials are in here. I just received that email, and they just work their way through each of the units until they finish. We're going to obviously add additional units to this eventually. I think we'll probably have to add some kind of unit about implementation and strategies for implementation. But we'll, I think we'll collaborate with the team for doing that. The implementation team. So that's it. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, drop me an email.